The song is called Ruins. It's basically like this beautiful castle or this beautiful mansion or home, but that's ruined and weathered from time and erosion. And we built something beautiful in our relationship. We had the most amazing connection. I've never felt love like that, but it was built on a crumbled foundation, which was me. So basically the song Ruins is a really special song that I did with an artist, Alexandra Fresquez. Really powerful. I'll kind of get to the story later about what happened with her, but my verse is about my ex, the love of my life that I lost in 2020, and so here's how it goes. I think you're too empathetic, and you say I'm pathetic. So she is, if anybody knows her, she's like one of the most empathetic people on earth. She has the heart of gold. She cares about everybody. And she's often way too empathetic. And that even comes to caring for people in romantic relationships. Well, the way that I acted towards her and things that I did in our relationship, I was pathetic. I was pathetic as a man, and the things that I did, she would say that, and I 100% agree with her. For all the hurt and disrespect I caused you, I regret it. Feels like we've ruined each other, hidden lies you discovered. Basically, in the relationship, it got to a point where it became toxic, and, there was jealousy on both sides, and although I'm definitely the one to blame, it got to a place where we were hurting each other, and we were doing things that were definitely not productive toward having a good relationship. I broke your heart and had the pieces, then texted the brothers. In May of 2020, she found a text message between me and one of the brothers, my old production team, shout out to Vlad, and she found a text message where I was explaining something that I did back 2 years earlier where I hooked up with somebody on her birthday, which is the 4th of July of all times, didn't remember to text her on her birthday, and I lied about the whole thing. She found this out last year, and that's what that line is about, that, I hid these lies, but secretly I was breaking her heart, unbeknownst to her. And I texted the brothers about it, not bragging, but, as you tell your boys or tell your girlfriends about, your promiscuousness and what you're up to sometimes. And it's not something that I'm proud of. I hope you never would find it. How the hell could I be so blinded? So I buried this so deep into the past and, swore to her there was nothing else to lie about, no other nonsense than I, had done. And I just buried it under the rug. Note to self, don't bury things under the rug. Just be honest. Even if it's going to hurt the person, just be honest. Speak from the heart, speak the truth, and let the chips fall where they may. I thought she would never find it. How could I have been so blinded? How could I have been so idiotic, so stupid, so selfish to believe that she was never going to find this out? And she's a smart girl. I should have known better. I should have given you myself and all my undivided. So worried about the attention of the world and music and all these other girls and impressing people and blah, 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 that I wasn't giving her my undivided attention when really she was the best thing that ever happened to me. I should have been giving her the world. A castle built upon crumbling foundation, vixens and violations, liars with allegations. The song is called Ruins. It's basically like this beautiful castle or this beautiful mansion or home, but that's ruined and weathered from time and erosion, and it once was this beautiful thing. And so that line, when I wrote that, a castle built upon a crumbling foundation, like we built something beautiful in our relationship. We had the most amazing connection. I've never felt love like that, but it was built on a crumbled foundation, which was me. All the video girls that I messed around with, or girls on Instagram, or just being promiscuous in general and being shady and violating the rights of a relationship, violating the woman who was good to me and her trust that she built for me. I'm not truly inspired, but guess what? I'm wired, waiting up late at night, thinking about us again. I hope I can make this right. I'm not truly inspired because I'm held down. I'm with this gray cloud of guilt and shame from, being an asshole and not being the man that I should have been. It's kind of saying like, I'm inspired to write this, but I'm not truly inspired because I feel guilty. I feel bad about everything that's happened. Really just spent a lot of nights, alone, writing, thinking, hoping that we can make this right at some point, thinking about the future and hopefully us reuniting at some point. So that's that.
So tell us about the new music video you have coming out with Alexandra.
Yep, so we shot a music video for our single Ruins that, I just talked about, obviously. Shot it in Vegas with Christian, 12 to 12 Productions. Shout out Christian. Love that guy, amazing work. But
so wait, what's up with you guys? Do you still talk or?
Man, I mean, honestly, like, it's a long story, but to put it into a nutshell, we had a falling out right around the time that the song was being made. Ruins was being made with Alexandra. That was right around the time that things had blown up with Kristen, who was my ex. And we started making these records, and inevitably, myself and Alexander, we started dating. We started kind of getting into more of a romantic situation, and that was not the intent at the beginning at all. Instead of, working on things with Kristen, I was basically starting to chase after Alexandra. We were making music together. We didn't have any bad history. There wasn't all this baggage from, the lies and the deceit and all the shit that had happened before with Kristen. And naturally, that was the easiest thing to do, was go towards something that was fresh and new, and she doesn't hate you, right? In hindsight, I completely regret doing that. I should have kept it professional the whole time, and I regret that. And after a while of us dating, I did eventually break up with Xandra. I told her, I was honest, like, yo, I really like you. I really like working with you. I like our energy. I like our friendship, but I don't want to do the relationship thing anymore. Like, let's be homies. Let's be friends. Because I knew deep down, after I had seen Kristen, one time she came to visit and we saw each other, she came to town, and it was very emotional to see each other after that much time. And I knew after that I couldn't stay with Alexandra. I needed to break up with her because I knew, no offense, she's not the person that I wanted to be with. So we broke up, and unfortunately, I wasn't strong enough. A little bit more time went on. Again, Kristen doesn't live here anymore. Zan still lives here. We're still making music. So I kind of got sucked back into being sweet, being affectionate, and sort of acting like a boyfriend, even though there was an understanding we are not together. She eventually moved to New York, and, I encouraged her to do that. I pushed her to go to New York, not to stay in New Mexico. We're not going to be together, so please, just go. It's okay. And unfortunately, once she left, that's right around the time that I went to Egypt. If you guys know, I went to Egypt earlier this year on a whim, and I kept talking to her, and, she's sad in New York alone. I'm in Egypt alone with my friends, but going back to my hotel room alone at night and, thinking about my ex, thinking about this girl who's still texting me every day, who wants my affection. To my discredit, I continued to be sweet to her, and I continued to talk to her in a way that I shouldn't have. And it all blew up while I was in Egypt, when Kristen found out that although I was telling Kristen while I was there, hey, I still miss you, I still want to be with you, I still want to work this out, that I was still talking to Alexandra. And so I had to cut her off. I had to completely stop talking to her and move away from that entire situation, because I realized even when I tried to cut it off, we continued going. No love lost, no disrespect to her at all. Like, I have nothing but, positive things that I wish for her, and I hope she has an amazing, positive career. At this point, I need to do what's right for what I really want, which is to get the love of my life back someday, and I don't feel that by having these records out there and pushing it and pushing this music video that it's going to help me do that. So I may look back and regret that someday, but that's where I'm at with that situation.
Oh, so you just dropped a new project, right? The Inverno EP?
Yeah. Just dropped the EP just a couple weeks ago. Definitely go stream that if you haven't. It's on all streaming platforms everywhere. We just dropped a new music video with my man JG, the one who directed it, edited it. It's amazing. Go check it out on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like, hit all the buttons. Go ahead and do that for your boy. Team BadLuck. Stay bad. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Peace.